let's get into our national races of the week. We're going to start up at Aqueduct. This is the Belmont at Aqueduct meet. This race did come off the turf. It's the $125,000 Carle Play Stakes. 3-year-olds going 6 furlongs. And our favorite is on the last page. It's Super Chow for Jorge Delgado.
Yeah, Super Chow's fine, 4 to 5, and I'm sure they were thrilled when it came off. But nobody was more thrilled than Butch Reed. And Butch got the call the day before that they were coming off, so he could send 90% Maddie up to New York. Didn't want to run on the turf. Really wanted to run on dirt, and because it's only a 4-horse field, he just happened to get the services of Irad Ortiz Jr.
He did a little last minute, but Maddie packed his bags and up the turnpike they went. Here's the call to Carle Place.
The first quarter was running 22 and 1/5 seconds. Here is Super Chow on the outside to poke his head in front of Sir Lancelot. Super Chow, the leader. Sir Lancelot back running in second. Just Beat the Odds is now gaining ground, and 90% Maddie as the field comes off the turn and enters the stretch. It is Super Chow with the lead. Just Beat the Odds bearing down on him, and 90% Maddie out in the middle of the track. 3 of them across with 1/8 of a mile to the finish. Just Beat the Odds in between horses. 90% Maddie on the outside. Then Super Chow now in third. Just Beat the Odds. 90% Maddie on the outside. They come for the finish. 90% Maddie. And she had to give 100% today to get the job done.
And 90% Maddie getting the win. And Maggie Wolfendale was the one that said here on Pennsylvania Derby Day she had looked forward to seeing this horse sprint, and shortening him up is just what he needed.
And Maggie doesn't miss much. Neither does Butch. Thrilled that they got this win, and it's a great backstory. I had a chance to catch up with Butch a couple days after the race. How happy were you first when you found out it was off the turf and that you were going to get the rider you got?
Yeah, it turned out great. It was a perfect storm, as they say, and the storm was true. I saw early in the week that it looked like a prediction of a lot of rain over the weekend. So we decided to take a shot, put him in main track only, and actually didn't name a rider at the time, figuring that if it did come off, we'd have plenty of opportunities, and worked out perfect. Irad came open, scratched down to a 4-horse field, and we had an outside post. You can't ask for any better than that.
And when they're running the race, it was kind of a strange race. Everybody was all different positions, but then you had the last punch.
Absolutely. And Irad, that's why you get guys like that. He didn't panic. And we knew there was all speed in him. He looked like the only closer in the race to us. We discussed it beforehand. And he doesn't like a lot of dirt in his face, so he stayed wide and just stayed around the group and finished great.
And the Wagelius win everywhere. Are you the only guy that loves this sire? I mean, I know he's a good sire, but you just love him.
Yeah, I'm just sorry I discovered him so late in his life. I think he's 25 years old or something like that now. But, yeah, he's been a godsend to us. We've had a bunch of them, a bunch of stake winners, and, we've got a bunch with made a lot of money. So we like him a lot.
And congratulations to you and Jenny. Proud new grandfather. Your daughter Whitney just gave birth. What's that like?
Oh, it's amazing because it dwarfs all this other stuff. I mean, this is all window dressing compared to that. Little Rosie's doing fine, and mother and father are doing well, too. So it's been a great weekend.
Well, the big news was Butch and Ginny are grandparents. Pop-up and Gam-Gam, as I like to call them, but really happy for them and their daughter Whitney and their beautiful new grandson Rhodes.
Yeah, it's very cool stuff, and when you're a grandparent, anybody that's ever been there understands how they're feeling.
Maybe he'll be in the horse racing industry one day. No doubt it's in his blood.